All right, where was I? Welcome, everybody. You are at Red Dwarf, if you didn't realize that, and tonight this is Doomed Poetry. I said this is Doomed Poetry. Cry, whine, and get really excited because you're about to get a little depressed. So this evening we're switching things up from the last time that we did this. We're going to do short, poppy, punky poems from our artists. Go right into some house music each time so that you can continue to drink, because the last thing we want to get in the middle of is you and a cocktail. So, this evening we got, how many we got? 4 different, aside from me, poets that will be coming up to entertain you this evening with their words, vibe, and look. Mostly their words. This evening we also have a couple other things we're doing. One is a raffle. So from this point on, every drink you buy, come on up and let my wife Sugar know, and we'll give you a raffle ticket. You put your name on it, you give it back to us, and then we're going to do a couple of pools in those times throughout the evening, and you'll be winning some great stuff that comes from us. None of it is really poetry, but all of it is pretty freaking cool. So, are you with me so far? All right, excellent. We do have a bunch of our poets' work over here on the side as well. And was there something else? I think there was something else. Oh, we got 2 different things we're doing this evening. One we did last time, and that was the interactive haiku poem. No, I take that back. That was the interactive cut-up poem, where you guys get to write a one line that our artists will be performing here up on stage. We have also asked our artists, poets this evening to write a haiku about dive bars that we'll also be performing at the end of the evening. Are you guys all still with me? All right, cool. I haven't lost you yet. So before I get started with my little poem, I wanted to ask you guys if you've been paying attention to what's going on in the world right now. Have you been paying attention to what's going on in the world right now? How about intergalactically? Because you notice there's aliens now? I've been saying it for years. And actually I wrote a couple of poems about that. And the first one that I'm going to read to you tonight, because we're all doomed and this is why, is called Reptoids. Now, whether you believe or not, doesn't matter, because it's just a poem. The title of this poem is Reptoids. Poison all water and charge us to drink. With dehydration, it's hard to think. Fattening us up with sugary treats. With malnutrition, we're easily beat. But gradually firing up the pot, turning our planet into a desert. They like it hot. Destroy our dreams so efficiently. They don't dream, so neither should we. I gotta get the light back on. Deplete all water. It's not our right to drink. Dehydrated, hard to think. Hypnotized into defeat, soon to be the species they eat. All right, everybody, I want you to join me. My name is Shwa, Laytart, and we're welcoming up our first poet of the evening, Garrett.
How y'all doing, motherfuckers, doing in here? All right. Right on. This first poem's a poem. It's called Sunday Morning, Not Coming Down. My mutilated mycelium, washed down with cheap grain's finest offerings, with one nostril painted white as a coroner's sheet, and the other one stinging with the smell of sea salt void heat. The balloons have long been deflated. The beer flows like sacrificial blood. It is Sunday morning, and brother, I am not coming down. I preside as priest over this boiling marriage of cocaine and baking soda, put the blackened spoon on ice to consecrate, and watch embryonic ghosts form from the foam. Sniffles and switchblades as they in my arteries harden, followed by the deepest breath possible as I bring them together. This is called Realms. My dreams are all gray bricks, stairs leading to nowhere. A low, indecipherable hum permeates dead space. It feels like laughing or crying, but the difference doesn't mean much. It's always winter, but it never snows, and I chain smoke with monsters and ancestors. but the difference doesn't mean anything. The next one is called Jesus is my co-pilot and he's feeding me bumps off a buck knife. Disconnect, disappoint, destruction sanctioned without a second thought, wasting anything that trickles our way, picking grave flowers along the way, fuming blasphemies, narcotic, bubbling up through a used skyline, intolerable, intercept. In these moments the claw marks radiate, the walls cannot be trusted. Venom makes richer men than antidotes while the bunkers hum and wait below. Barbed wire conclusions strung like intestines. Underrated, undeniable. Understand that you sit on the precipice and these cheap adhesives serve as solvent. The bag of tricks has a bottom like pyrite. I once saw a man on fire begging for change, but the others just flowed past like water. Deviate, devour, devise the ritual that will sound the sickened. Scaled back ambition on Ambien and huffing the perfume of decay at midday, shameless as a broken catheter, or some other hymn you'll never hear or get out of here alive. Let's bring in a little bit of romance. This is about the closest thing to a love poem I've ever written. It's called Parum Prose. Parum Prose always covers her mouth when she laughs. Her smile stained with the taste of Jack Daniels and strong weed. Eyes a familiar pattern of sadness, eyes a familiar pattern of emptiness, sparked up like the bowl between us, waiting to be filled on my living room floor. She fucked me, then deep fried me Oreos, and then she never spoke to me again. I have had far worse days behind me, and I also have many more ahead. Very much. This will be the last one for this set. It's called Locked Up But Not Broken Down. This disconnected season is starting to seep in, haunting sunlight with a sacrosanct vengeance. I recite the Lord's Prayer and throw cyclobenzaprine to limping pigeons. And you know, I was never one to look on the bright side. Bastards resolve dissolving discomforts as my starved receptors feast in the dust on insects' nectar now soured to soreness, the only flavor left to feast on.
All right, that was our first and a half vote for the evening. We got a few more coming up, but until that time, please go back to enjoying your beverage. And remember, for every drink you buy, bring that up and come get a raffle ticket to be part of the silly thing we got going on. You're all doomed. Don't forget it.
Let's go get a raffle ticket. Just bring your beer.
We can put it in this guy. Yeah. I'm like the worst person to beer. Yeah, that's what you said. Yeah, I'm really like you. Come remind me how you felt. I'm with your guy.
Super.
So I got you this. I got these two. I'll bring it back. And then we're going to do like stuff. Break, and then here. And we'll do our big break before the round.
So 5 minutes.
Cover on my face.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we got 5 more minutes. Get your drinks in, and don't forget, there's still pizza available, so you'll want to get that before they sell out. 5 more minutes, folks. We're getting back on stage with the next poet. All right, we're coming back up on stage, folks. Are you ready? I know a lot of you came out for this next poet, and we're gonna go ahead and bring her on out. Elizabeth, Allen, Barry, come do all over their faces.
Hey y'all, how's it going? Oh yeah, we're gonna talk right into this mic. Wow, you're all so patiently waiting. I love that for all of us. If you can hear me in the back, can you give me some snaps? Yeah, if you can hear me in the back, can you give me that That's also good too. While we're doing poetry, we're just all gonna like share this energy. So the more energy you give to the poets on stage, the more we give it back. Does that sound good? Yeah. All right, cool. So I just got a grant to publish my book. Let's get some snaps for that. Yeah. Shout out public money. So I'm gonna do two pieces from my upcoming book. It's called Becoming the Void Walker. This one is from chapter 1 called Into the Void, and this is Void Walker. Deep in my memory lives visions of me screaming in my sleep. Dreams of falling into endless texture. Deep in scripture, my pattern had millions of pages. Into the void, I see my archetypal cognizance release my karmic ties. My character came to me, void walking, reclaiming my power. At the edge of the cosmos, in the land of the in-between, gently sits a cloud of stardust. Not many tread in this part of the galaxy. Its royal blues and rare purples tend to cause more bewilderment than curiosity, keeping most travelers at bay. There's a chance, if we're lucky, a nearby star assembly will make a close pass, and we can see the perfectly angular prisms reflecting. This part of the universe is aptly named expanse of space, a constant manifest of grace. This corridor in the ether is the exact spot that time is ever developing, grandly radiating out into nothingness, the void. In her palace, majestic, on her throne sits prophetic, the void walker. She is a truly ancient being. Let's get some snaps as I get it going here. Yeah, this one gets me right here. She is a truly ancient being, one of magnificent power. Her long and slender arms could reach across generations, altering planetary orbit systems made of crystals. Her skin emanate unconditional love. Cosmic symbols emanate from her being, each one synthesizing a concept, complex extraction, complacement. Misplace entrancement. How do we paint ourselves? We can define ourselves by our futility, our pain, our scars. Or we can define ourselves by things that exist even greater than our imagination. Poetry is a funny thing because it's like, this is my soul that I'm doing right now. Sometimes my soul is like, oh, whoa, everyone's looking at me. So that's some the cosmic being stuff. Now we're gonna bring it back down to like what I look like or who I might reflect in the real world. This one's from chapter 3. It's called Gender Reveal. Spoilers: my gender is queer as the cosmos. I know I ruined the whole thing for you. So I was filling up my gas one time in San Bernardino, California, as we've all done. Remember the time you've done that? And God walked up to me, wild. And so this is my God-given name. My name is Girl Queen Pussy Boss. And that's why I'm so handsome. God told me this at a gas station, rambling. Walked up to me looking for my ears as if I had been the one who misplaced them. That motherfucker Ricky, they said. I'm here to hear you. I'm your spawn, your revelation. I'm here to stand in your radiance. That motherfucker Ricky, they said. He never listens to my anguish. Why must I feel this impatience? I know I'm meant to be here to receive this information. They spoke to me in tongues like a rapper. A sentence that's run on spoke to me as if I had never mentioned that sometimes I too feel apprehensive. They said that their job had set them free because of what they used to numb their aches and pains, offering me a swig from the bottle. The God in you sees the God in me, and that's what makes our connection so unique. I plead, what do you need, baby? What do you need? They say they need a cookie for their aches in their back and their feet. What's money when you're talking to the king and the queen and the whole court of royalty? I tell them my name, Elizabeth. And the Holy Trinity, without skipping a beat, tells me, no, your name is Girl Queen Pussy Boss, and that's why you so handsome, and that's from the mouth of life and death. I never chose this path, but it's clear to me in this map that the decider of future and past has no time for wrath, has no time for spite in their craft. They made their decision with purpose. My name is Girl Queen Pussy Boss, and that's why I'm so handsome. This name has been held for me at ransom, and now the decree has been made. My title came first than my birth. My flesh was formed after my brand. My tiara was made to look like a crown, because my name, hit it with me, y'all, is Girl Queen Pussy Boss, and that's why I'm so handsome, no dispute. Do not dishonor our God. My name is Girl Queen Pussy Boss. And if you don't know, that'll make you wrong. You'll just never know why I'm so handsome.
Elizabeth Allenberry, everybody, dreaming all over the place here. Let's take a break, get back to your drinks, get back to your food. And don't forget, we got a raffle coming out. We're going to be coming around and getting you involved in our cut-up poetry if you would like, that our poets will be reading. What else we got? I think that's it. I'll talk to you soon.
What is that? A sign?
Yeah, Rudy did all of it.
You probably haven't had enough yet, so let's go ahead and bring up another doomed poet. Are y'all ready? All right, y'all got drinks? Is it time now? Are you good? I think now's a good time. All right, everybody, please help me welcome Gacy Fenton. No, that was totally wrong. Gracie Garrett. Sorry, that's the drugs and alcohol. Forgive me.
Like my stage fright isn't bad enough. No one remembers my name. We love you, Gracie. Thanks. All right. I brought paper this time. I'm not gonna fuck up. I'm trying. Just one more shout out to Red Dwarf for having us. We're all the weirdos in the city. We can talk about what we want. Sugar and Shwa, the hosts with the most. All right. This one is called the Universal Punchline. Am I close enough to the mic? I long for the bugs, for the crawling in my lungs, the things I could do with this body that does nothing more than share a few laughs, some touches and memories, but I'm afraid that's all I am, is hollow. At least when I'm in the ground, the worms can use my collarbones as swings. The beetles can play pinochle on whichever parts of me that are left once the earth has taken what it can. The poison I take in, the oceans of bottles I've drank are compared to the storms that have come from my eyes. I am gasping for air through a battery-powered coffin that fits in my fingers where roots should sit. That's where I think I'd be happiest. Watching the earth take me back, my mother hugging me close as I watch from the fingertips of tree branches floating in space and time while I am ravaged by the thing I tried to save. Let my muscles be nourishment to more intelligent things than me. I never use them much anyway. Let tendrils take my weary bones so they can rest easy, knowing they support trees instead. My strength was never such for this body that fails me, but let it hold up life to the stars that laugh and mock above at the pointlessness of our plight, giggling in our faces at a joke that nobody else gets. This next one is absolutely lady forward. Do y'all know how many feminists it takes to change a light bulb? None. Feminism can't change anything. Trigger warning, there's a lot of swearing and such. This one is called cunt. Close your legs. Clamp them tight. That's what they convey to us. There's cretins, creatures of the night, cloying and crawling into the clutches of our covers. Careless carnivores, their calloused hands unclasping our colorful lace. Can you please step back? I'm considering calling for help but can't get a connection. Could I get some consideration instead of condolences? You could have come to my rescue, but you're trying to console me. I can't be calmed about this constant course of collision. Keep your courthouse out of my cotton sheets. Crisp high fives where criminals are concerned, but cold shoulders and clouded conversation for the unconscious concubines. When will we stop counting on conviction and carrying crosses across an outdated country's constitution? Consider a different contribution. I'm counting on you to cut the throats of conservative trash, carrying on tradition and consigning to complete silence, clutter and coffee stains on case files shut but never closed, the cobwebs catching only haphazard conclusion and cowardly flies on the colorless walls with no conceivable way to make conversation, carousing our complaints with no culpability. Control your carnal ways so I can close my eyes instead of contemplating when some conqueror on a power trip comes for me. My bad, I get the stuff. And this last one is called Primates with Pants On. It's all about that fungi, you know? I miss hanging around in trees, eating fleas off my friends. Their companionship and habits of hygiene nourished me. Together, we are a company, and apart, we are a spectacle. See, some idiot came along with fire in one hand and a gun in the other, or may as well have, because as soon as we picked up tools and abandoned the forest floor for brick and mortar, we shot ourselves in the foot. Paradise lost for denim and light beer, where wind and creeks were once a symphony played just for us. We replaced it with EDM and IEDs. We were once humble, friends of boas and bumblebees alike. Now we shake hands with our left and stab each other in the back with our right. We have forgotten who we are, left our souls on the branches like fruit, ghosts of our past dangling over our heads where stars should be instead. I wonder why we've chosen a cage over the jungle. How it's easier to be these enraged and entitled things, beings with consciousness with no time for our conscience. Oh, to lay free and laze about in a field in the sunshine, but we keep hanging neon signs and forgetting what the sky looks like when she's naked. I cry about it often because I have always felt this sadness even before this unnecessary evolution. But now I'm upright and have to wear pants, and I really just miss being a monkey.
Future of Doom poetry right there, folks. Gracie Garrett. All right, get back to your drinking in. We'll be back here in a few minutes.
I drove here. No, I said the first time I came to this bar,
Don't forget, if you buy a drink, bring it on up and we'll get a raffle ticket for some Bill Hicks shit.
wanted to just say, nobody said it. By myself, I was like, and then I that should be good, because I'm about to read some really dark shit. I won't about to get real dark. And I said, I was like, should I prepare the room? And he was like, let him walk in. I was like, all right then. I'm going to shout out James Norman, I'm going to shout out Vanilla, I'm going to shout out Versailles. I know it's fucking weird. I don't know what a big deal that's it. That's the only content warning you're going to get. Should I contextualize the antipsychotic? Would that help? I think so. I wish, but I did not.
Like I said, about pineapple.
So my book will be sold. I'm gonna distribute it at Avantpop as well as other bookstores, but it's not out yet. So right now it's in zine format. So there's 4 chapters, and each chapter is out individually. So you can find all of them at Avantpop. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, totally. What project are you doing right now?
I'm just chilling.
I'm actually right here. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, that show. I'm still recovering from my
Yeah,
last
totally.
show.
Yeah. Like, I'm actually, yeah, for real. I love that. Yeah, I feel like an artist doing all this all the time, and then like, okay. Yeah, I have to not do anything for a while now, you know?
Yeah, and then I rested in the garden the month of July, and then 1 week and 3 short stories came out.
Right. Yeah, you're like, I have to give them space. Yeah. Because it's easy to be like, I birthed them, you know, but like, at least you understand the process of cultivating your pieces and like giving them space and like allowing them to breathe, whatever that looks like. Yeah. That's awesome. Cool. Well, I took all of July off too because I was like, I can't. It's too much. Too many things are going on.
That part.
Yeah. Especially after Pride Month. That's like my most like happening month. You know, I'm like, yeah. So yeah, it's cool. I'm glad. Thank you. Oh yeah, this is a local artist. They're really cute. Their name is like Love, L-U-V-E, but like with a W. So it's like Love. Yeah, do you know? Have you met Sugar Shwa? Okay, cool.
Yeah, my friend Emily.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I met her before. Cool, alright, that's awesome.
Yeah, remind me of your name. It's been a while.
Elizabeth. Your name's Elizabeth, no? Erica. Word. It was good seeing you. Yeah, totally.
I asked the bartender for a non-alcoholic refreshing drink, and she's given me a cucumber mint coconut.
With the writing workshop, I asked her to take a picture. I think that That part, like I did a workshop for Shwa, and then like moved into that part. Oh yeah, like I did a department workshop and then I went high SP and I remember 5.
All right, everybody.
Yeah.
If you didn't know where you are, you're a Red Dwarf, and this is Doomed Poetry. My name is Shwa Laytart, and we're going to go ahead and bring up a new poet this evening who you haven't heard before, but she's just as fucked up as the rest of them. So let's give a big hand for Emily Hoover!
That is the truest shit I've ever heard in my life. Wow. Thank you all so much for being here. Doomed Poetry. We're gonna get fucking doomed. I'll just tell you that right now. It's the only content warning I have is it's gonna get dark. I have 2 poems, but before I read though, I want to shout out some people. James Norman, shout out. Andrew Romanelli, yes. Bruce Isaacson, thank y'all so much, right? I have a chapbook coming out, long story short, and it's because of those folks who believed in this dark shit. So, to be determined, but that book is happening, it's real. All right, this first one is called Risperidone, and Risperidone is an antipsychotic, because we're keeping it light, right? That's the theme, keeping it light. All right, Risperidone. Body, flawed, vessel, groin, heart, tussle, my mother dies. Blue eyes sunken, yet gaze unbroken, my mother dies. Hand a closed fist, mind exposed wish, my mother dies. Disembodied voices stand in for bad choices, my mother dies. Dozen missed calls, padded rooms, white walls, my mother dies. Side effects wait, dry mouth shakes initiate, my mother dies. Mouth lies, feeling better, attention getter, my mother dies. Mixing meds to stick to cobwebs, my mother dies. Secrets hushed, psychotherapist crush, my mother dies. Doomed often wears weight loss like a coffin, my mother dies. Guilt never subsides, voices always reply, my mother dies. Garden sundial, 6-month trial, again, my mother dies. You know that might be the most applause I've ever gotten for reading that fucking poem. Thank you all. People are like crying, like leaving the room. Thank you. That's nice. All right. This next one is called Mantis Religiosa, but I do have an epigraph first. Quote, the most famous example of mantis eating their own kind is the notorious mating behavior of the adult female, who sometimes eats her mate just after or even during mating. Yet this behavior seems not to deter males from reproduction. National Geographic. Thank you. Get the laughter out. Get the laughter out. Yeah, put it out. Good. Okay. Mantis religiosa. The green mantis breathes, stalks, pounces, preys in budding grass, moves to my porch, camouflaging intentions. I'm not going to ask about your drinking problem. Have you counted your beers lately? I used to steal Playboy magazines, you see, to identify the curves of my body, to distinguish myself from you. Extinguished I, chased pleasure, dug treasure, all the times we cry became a figment, became a fragment, became storage sold in a rummage sale for $10. I'm not going to tell you why the mantis preys. You know females, studded legs and all, are predators naturally. Mantis, let me ask you, do you prey for me? I reject synthetic silk and overcooked carrots and race cars that go round and round like circuitous conversations. Jim Morrison was able to break on through to the other side, but my father still pinned in place. But the mantis kneels again, bows her head, signaling bloodless death, bereavement secular. The sky was sickly gray, the grass wickedly green, the road and brain flooded, the body bloated, belching, drowning, the rainy disposition depicted. Thank you all.
Emily Hoover, everybody. She is not single now, but she said she may be here soon because she's hungry. All right, go back to drinking. We'll be back in.
Unfortunately, I almost dropped it. I'm terribly my mother's
All right, folks, get your next drink before we come back up. We got a raffle coming up. Make sure that if you do get a drink, bring it on up here so you get a raffle ticket to getting that whole crazy vibe. Before you're doomed, you want to make sure that you've gotten yourself taken care of. Then we're going to go into our cut-up poetry. Thank you, everybody. You guys are pretty freaking awesome out there when it comes to writing lines. I think you might be taking over this event. We'll talk to you soon. All right, folks, we're coming back to the doomed world for you. Before we get into our cut-up poetry that a lot of you contribute to, and I have to say there's a lot of amazing poets out here this evening, or just some really good drunk writers. Either way, we're stoked to do this. But first, we're going to do a little bit of raffle here. My wife's going to pull a name out of the bag, and you guys are going to get you guys are winning a water bottle with one of our local artists, art on it, Sept singer, and it has aliens, which we already covered this evening. I'm sure you all know that. Oh, and amazing by Emily. We're going to go ahead and include that instead of charging you this time. Next time, they will not be free. All right, the name is... Emily, you did not win this. It's her scene. We're going to have to cut Emily off, I'm afraid. You're doomed, girl. You're doomed. All right, the actual winner of this evening's first raffle is... Eyeball? Is there an eyeball in the house? There he is. All right, eyeball, get on down here. Do not pour your beer in there because you cannot leave with alcohol. I just want to let you know that now. All right, now, congratulations. Can I get all of our poets up on stage for our first interactive cut-up poem for the evening? That means you folks that are not coming up. We will have a couple of these this evening to do, so you can contribute for the next one. All right, do I have all these poets? Now, poets, if you cannot read these other poets' writing, skip over it, make it up, or do whatever sounds good, just so I look cool. All right, are you guys ready? I'm going to start it off and then hand you one, and you will come up in order after I do this. Are you ready? Are you ready, folks? This one's good. Doomed. I can feel a curse lingering on my lips. Want me to whisper it to you? Or can I shove it down your throat with a kiss?
I'm a bad bug. You can't squish me.
Sin City's hidden diamond mine.
Lost in a cloud of confusion. Your lack of empathy feeds my delusion.
Dancing with the darkness, because one day is right now. Bleed on me tonight.
Existence precedes essence. Plato was wrong. There are no ideal forms. We are free, disturbingly free.
Tragic tantrum confessions swimming idly on my lips.
Gray clouds surround the sun today. The sun grasps its last breath. Gray clouds grieve and cry.
Traffic cones, grinding bones. Will we overcome? Where's the fun?
Tingling, stinging, and lingering, we grip it and start singing.
Young Frank Sinatra and Grandpa Munster sharing pizza and imported beer.
I never knew my mother. She died before I was born.
Oh, 2023. We're supposed to be flying around in hovering cars. not struggling to afford a fucking loaf of bread.
Broken spirits sip spirits and share troubles over bottles. That is our cover poetry for you guys. Thank you all for contributing to our first round. Thank you to our poets for reading that. We're going to come back around in a few minutes to let them all have another run at reading their stuff. Are you ready? Go back to drinking. We'll be back in a bit. Folks, we're still doing the raffle too, so if you're buying a drink, come on up and get a raffle ticket. We still have yet to give away our Bill Hicks t-shirt, which is cool.
I just left just like a little picture crafty in your like spells. I'm like, oh my god. There's another thing coming out of San Francisco. And it's like you have the same essence that like is so innovative it blew my mind. And they just have like 4 little buttons and they program them to print a theme on a receipt machine. But anyway, yeah, they were just like all so individual, so thank you. That blew my mind. Hey! So like it's mutual. Oh my god, yes, dude, that's awesome. How long have you been taking though? Oh, word. Because I like went to Bali and realized we were already connected. Oh, you did the show Steve about that. Okay. It's cool. It was like an unexpected like surprise. Oh, word. That's just like your past guy. Ooh, yeah, I'm glad. My mom loved hers too. She like took it apart. How did you make it? You know, like yeah. My mom had the blonde, like I call it her supervillain haircut, where she had like the like she was also oh yeah, for sure, yeah. That is my mom, yeah, for sure. She's an angel. She was like winter. Oh, thank you. Yeah, oh, go off. Okay. There were so many words there. I'm still internalizing them. David Bowie, Space Goddess. I love that. You know, there's a lot of people like, you look like David Bowie, man. And I'm like, whoa, easy with the man, all right? A little too masculine for me. No, but you got the goddess in there too. So, yeah, it brought it together. Thank you. What's your name? AJ, Elizabeth. Nice to meet you. Yeah, totally. I'm glad y'all came out. I'm gonna use the restroom.
Thank you.
right. There I am. All right, folks, I'm going to make you suffer through one more of my poems before we get back up to the real poets up here. And I'm probably alone in this one. Again, my name is Shwa Laytart. And I'm somebody who hates to drive. And so this doomed poem is all about not liking to drive. Are you ready? The title of this poem is I'm No Fan of Driving. It's a beautiful day in the morning, the perfect time for a walk. Hello, how are you, neighbor? Oh, how the birds sing and talk. Here in my pod of evil, my four-wheel driving pod of evil, sitting in my pod of evil, hating you all the same. I love riding my bike on a bright and sunny day. It's also fun and drizzly. Just be sure to practice safety. Here in my pod of evil, I'm a racist, intolerant prick. Here in my pod of evil, road rage is making me sick. It's a beautiful evening for a wonderful walk, and a wonderful walk we shall have. Doesn't it feel good to stretch out those really tight calves? Here in my pod of evil, my heart's about to explode. Here in my pod of evil, everyone off the road! I love it so much when I'm out and about, when I'm not in my pod of evil! That one hurts, I feel that in my butt. Please help me welcome our next really, really talented poet, Garrett James Dillon.
Right on. I just want to give a quick shout out to Sugar and Shwa for putting this on over there at their little booth. They got all sorts of goodies, including my debut book, Reflections from the Haze. So don't be shy, they don't bite unless they feel provoked. This first poem is called Ode to an Adolescent Mind Obliterated by Nitrous Oxide. When the houseplants rape the dog, it is time to leave through the window. This could be a breakthrough. This could be a breakdown. So tenderize the knuckle or crack the bone. Honey, even the hands on my clock are shaking. Anti-anxiety is anti-survival. The whore's been dead for years, burning a candle with no reverence at all. The dissociatives aren't working, so past the apocalypse, what do you do when the walls are too thin and the ceilings are too low? Thank you. I hope that all these poems about drugs aren't putting you folks off from putting into the tip jar over there. The other poets probably won't spend it on drugs. And even if I do, fuck you, those are expensive. All right, happy monsoon season, everybody. This next one's called Floods. The rain brings an alien clarity, coupled with wet, gristly, chilled bone departures. The parched earth drinks selfishly from pareidolia eyes, as radios blare a death song and corpses in shopping carts set sail from below. No one learns their lesson, they just drive faster to beat the odds. Roadkill laughing at fate now even. At the end of all our slick roads, there is nothing that we don't deserve. This one's called A plus B minus. The morning birdsong skins me alive, leaves only my eyeballs to dart about wildly. Curled up in a ball of tequila sweat and raw nerves, exalted lysergic translator, speaking only in circles. Dead-end streets under the covers turned birth canals to unwelcome sunlight. Jagged, I marvel at the flowing rivers and stucco above. And now I'm falling over in my dreams, getting kicked on indecipherable sidewalks, gasping through hypnagogia, false start rebirth on repeat. You have to earn regaining consciousness. You have to die over and over until it's your turn to wake up. This will be my last poem of the night. This one's dedicated to everyone that told me I was gonna burn in hell. This is called Lion's Food. Oh, to be godless in a godly place, blessed against our will by minority rule mandate, and anointed in gunpowder on a weekly basis. Yesterday grips a garrote behind you. The men of God flash their teeth in a smile and wait with a saint's patience to hear the gnashing of yours. Here in the home of coat hangers and confession booths, of broken promises and crumbled walls, where men in robes speak for God but hear only cash registers, trying their damnedest to trade sodomy for segregation at the courthouse, their sacred salvation cooked down to a campaign slogan to be dispatched as gospel in trademark pogrom cadence. There are no heretics amongst them, no deviants from some lost righteousness to rethread the narrative, no better angels to grovel to under this blinding light. No! God's America is functioning exactly as it was intended to. The snake handlers have quit gambling and embraced the Gadsden shuffle. Those who speak in tongues whisper to power in a more universal language. The Calvinists preach predestination with a cheat sheet in their pocket, and the priests lick their lips as they count fresh meat orphans like rosary beads in the dark. These are truly the men of Jehovah, the God who drowned his children as they clawed at the ark, whose chosen people he let be enslaved and paid for their freedom with innocent blood, who raped a child so his only son could be tortured to death for his own failures, who cursed us with this diseased life and then, who blessed us with this diseased life and then cursed us to be cured of it. And every knee shall bow.
All right, we all need a drink after that. We'll be back in a couple of minutes, folks.
And then suddenly your confidence goes down.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, so he was he contemporary of contemporary? That's not very giant. The Beatles and the poet. I'm
Break it, please.
Or you'll have to stop by. You'll have to stop by Avantpop I don't know if I have anything. I'll be like, I make these books. I haven't like I don't know, I haven't just I don't know, I've been into existentialism.
Thank you, everybody, for your patience and continuing to be inebriated. We have another round of poetry coming right up, and it is a local favorite, Elizabeth Allen Berry. Please clean up and spit for us all.
Howdy, y'all. How's it going tonight? Who's feeling liquored up? That's not enough. Do it again. Who's feeling liquored up? That's what I'm talking about. Cool. You know, I want to do some doom poetry, but there's this other end of feeling doomed, is that we get to own our value. We get to own who we are as people. So as a queer person, as a transgender person, you know, I'm told a lot of things about how I should be, who I should be. So this is a poem about worth. Before I get into it, though, I have a blackout poetry event with Avantpop. It's where they give you a book, then we cut a page out, and then we make poetry with it. Yeah, it's on the 23rd. Yeah, so go get a flyer from it. It's a really fun time. It's in their store. But can I get some snaps? Y'all with me? Can I get that worth? Sometimes we're told value through words or actions adverse to the power we hold birth. A new status on earth serve torrents of a lurid mirth. Mouth speaks louder the more I know my worth. Worldly, I whittle wasteful woes from my witcheries. Weighty we speak each word with whimsical warmth. Wallpaper woven like whirlpool, woken with wisdom of waveform, worth, birth. A new status on earth serve torrents of a lurid mirth. Mouth speaks louder the more I know my worth. Orator of obscurity, ornate outpouring, obliterating obtuse objectification, overflowing often with obsolescence to the organism of oddities, no obsolescence. Hear her omnibus of outrageous obscenities are meant to be ostentatious as orientation is organized to show her worth. Birth, a new status on earth, serve torrents of a lurid mirth. Mouth speaks more louder the more I know my worth. Rare, recapitulated, the rarest resident in righteousness, reinventing and reclaiming what's rightfully ours. Worth, rotisserie, I remaster one repetition at a time. Resilient, I regenerate after each refrain as if resuscitation was reputable. The real revolt against the razor that rises to produce reliant, radiant royalty. I know my worth enough to break from my illiterate form and cry in line at CBS. I know my worth enough to know that I will not be called the name of death. My name's Elizabeth, bitch! Rehearse it in memory to remember it. Worth, birth, a new status on earth. Flags of every nation fly, pride. So many lives given to search and journey of my hues. Tempest tread on tainted turf to the tune of toothless tyranny. No tremor in my trudge against time, no test in my towering tide. I am no longer a timid tyke, I am the transfiguration of life, transgender, tried and true transmission for the thin turquoise territory, teacher for my trials, my tumultuous diverse, even in my tomb I'm truly a testimony to my term on this terraverse, because I know my worth. Birth, a new status on earth, medals of flags of every nation flying pride, so many lives given to search in my journey of my hues hypnotically heard on this homogeneous home. Hurls humility in the hexagon with haste. I hook without hesitance, haptic. She's hilarious, honorific. It's hereditary on the rise. There's no hemorrhage. Hallelujah. She's humanitarian because I know my WORTH. Are y'all ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Whiplash on rhetoric to harm. Withstand ontogeny remunerated through hyperfixation. We are the worldly, repose, tenacious, headliner writing original reimaginings, traditionally hidden with woeful obliquity, rueful trade-off, Woman, occult, triumphant, historical, worth. Thank you.
Elizabeth Allenberry, everybody. All right, we're going to start rapid firing poets at you here soon. So get your drink, get your food, because we're going to be wrapping it up in the next half hour, and you're not going to want to miss who we've got coming up. That's all.
She said it was your dad's 57th birthday. 56th. Yeah. I'm very glad you still won.
The new floor stuff is fun. So all I gotta do is what flavor was the cake? Use it. Oh,
It's like something like look like yeah, you look at it. Yeah, so I get some yeah. I was on like some photos you look exactly the well, they have surgery now and you like stand your that's because you know like if you break your bone, if you squeeze it slightly harder, I told you that, that just seems so like something so it's like just for needles. I think I'm like 5'4", Really?
All right, folks, don't leave yet. We have got, sorry, I've been yelling, and I really feel bad now that I've gotten the feedback. So I'm going to talk a little softer now, but with a little more passion. So we're going to go ahead and bring up the last few poets we have, and I know you're bummed just like I am, but we got to close this out somehow. And so please, Gracie Garrett, come up to the stage and give us your best work.
I'm tall as hell. How am I feeling like a midget with this thing? Preach, but I hold it by myself.
There you go.
Hold it down.
Oh, that's not the poem I want to read. Wait, I have the thing. All right. We are starting with Jungle Gym. This one's really emotional for me, sorry. You were not genetically programmed to be my dad. Unfortunately, the wires in your brain were crossed, tied up in tumors and knots like my stomach on the bus home when I knew you would be there waiting. Crouched to convey just how much you hated when I didn't clean my room or wore my gym shorts at home. To bruise and batter the beautiful little bastard that became a broken thing. Years later, I still cry when someone yells too loud. Whether I'm in a crowd... Oh, wait. I'm sorry, I lost it. Whether I'm at home or in a crowd, I can't outrun the looming cloud hanging over my head, drenching me with sweat in my bed, remembering wanting to be dead rather than be your kid. I get that she was the worst wife ever, but I didn't know any better than what you both instilled in me. I shouldn't have been made to feel guilty for forgetting my homework or the dishes or for simply existing. There was no excuse my teachers hadn't heard. How many times I covered up being punched in the face or scarred by broken glass and sharp words, never feeling like it mattered. That I'd be better off falling off the jungle gym and breaking my neck because going home seems so much harder than being dead. we came in hard. This one's a little racier. It's called Pillow Talk. I want you to taste my dictation. Let these words slide down your pretty little brainstem. I'm gonna put it in your mind that I can be the one that keeps you up at night. With a simple flick of my tongue as I enunciate these thoughts from pineal gland to paper, let my fingertips tickle your amygdala. Feel my hands traveling across this keyboard to make sense of all these swirling syllables dripping down my chin like eating peaches in summertime. I will feed you with my words, just let me slip into something a bit more controversial. Confrontational was never my style, but I can try to be a bit more rough. Put your hands on my throat and I'll show you the stars in my eyes. Just squeeze a bit harder. The tip of my pen makes you shake and quiver. I'll try to deliver the pentameter just right. You don't even have words, but that's okay. Since I've got too many, I'll keep going until you beg me to bring this story to climax. This one's real short, but it's one of my favorites. It's called Winged Things, and it's somewhere in my stuff. There we go. Oh, hush. Quiet your fluttering about incessantly, you infernal thing! Beating yourself bloody against my ribcage. How I wish I could only crush you. Just end the racket you make. You poor winged thing here in my chest, just settle in your nest. Flying in circles gets you nowhere, except lost perhaps. The last one I'll be reading tonight is Ophelia. If anyone is a fan of Hamlet, you know what happened to that wonderful lady. Oh, man. I made plans today. I never make plans, more like always toy the idea around in my finger as a cat with a ball of yarn until I'm so tangled up in it that I am bound to a choice, one way or another. Someday I'd like to be better, maybe? But who are we kidding? Who are we kidding here? Blood will always out to be destined, fated almost, predetermined and predicated by the emptiness of my soul, the fullness of my liver, shallow waters to tow at the edge but never dive. How could you explain to someone that there's floods from all this rain and you know how to swim, but you would rather learn to breathe water for a few seconds so you can finally fly? To be ash sprinkled on a cake is more appealing than living with the take. This world is for the strong, they say. But it feels like it's better built for the stranglers. I'd let the waves be my stopwatch, counting down the seconds until I drown on dry land, screaming for a hand or a log, anything to keep my head above the surface. Thank you.
Gracie Garrett, everybody. Gracie Garrett. All right, Lee, we've got 2 minutes. I'm going to give you a break to put your last order in for Doom Poetry. And then we're going to go ahead and do our final poet, a haiku, wrap up this shit so you can go and completely devastate your brain tonight. We have our last raffle tickets too. If you get a drink, come on out. We still got stuff to give away. All right. Are you ready?
Unless you guys are doing
You gonna gatekeep my time?
So that would be bookmarked on your list of books to write. why is it so hard to think and thinking about this conversation about responsibility? That part.
All right, everybody, we just got a few more minutes before we all die. This is Doom Poetry. I am Shwa Laytart, and please help me welcome back Emily Hoover to the stage.
Thank you all so much. Aw, I love you too. Whoever said that. Aw, I love you all. Thanks. I just have one, and this one's for the neighborhood. Who's from around here? Are y'all from around here? Okay, I used to live here. I do not anymore, but I wrote this poem when I lived in this neighborhood. So this one is called For the Woman Who Hugged Me in the Self-Checkout Line at the Smiths in Sahara in Maryland. Yeah, right? Wild shit happens there. She had her own damn cart, wheeled it into the aisle, but she didn't have enough money. So she sandwiched her body in between the conveyor belt and the cart, as I imagined she'd done at home countless times, trying to close the door in front of her as he wedged his hand or fist in the crack, a boundary he didn't believe existed between his body and hers. He scoffed at the cart's load, waving his credit card in the air like some kind of petite flag that you'd find at a parade for heroes. His voice smashed dishes, her face a punched hole in the wall. She stopped loading her Wonder Bread, her cans of French-style green beans or creamed corn, feeling the eyes on her, the pity resting between our brows, the anger stuck between our shoulder blades. She gazed at the snaking line around her and joined us, the ones who prefer to key in our own produce codes, bag our own groceries, curse at the kiosks that gaslight us, insisting we place items in the bagging area, even though we've already placed those items in the bagging area. Everyone in front of us took a step back to invite her to go ahead of us, even though her cart carried more than 15 items. She and I ended up next to each other, our kiosks chiming, her crow's feet, tear-stained eyes, crinkled dollars, collapsed chest, and shaking hands, an echo of me just months before. I watched her put what she couldn't afford back into the cart, the grocery store employee hovering. You know, it's none of my business, I said. But I left a man who yelled at me like that. And sometimes it's hard, but most of the time, it's the best decision I've ever made. The exchange of words stood among us, protracted. Soundlessly, her small body softened into mine, and she sighed, like sliding into a hot bath after a long day of labor. We held each other, and I imagined her remembering this moment, days from now, weeks from now, years from now, the memory perhaps giving her the muscle to close the door for good. A woman I met in a bar bathroom once told me while reapplying her lipstick to stay away from men who hate their mothers, even though it was none of her business. She eyed the dried tears on my face. I wish I had listened then. Thank you.
Once again, Emily Hoover. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. We're wrapping up things slowly but surely, much like the doom apocalypse. It will happen. You just got to be patient for it. I want to bring up all of our poets back to the stage. We got one more gift for everybody out there, and that is a haiku that I asked all of our writers to write tonight about a dive bar. And I hope they're all ready, because we're gonna do it. Come on up, everybody. That's a poet. These doom fuckers. All right. So everybody know what a haiku is? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. These are poetry written by poets, and it's just words that we convey our feelings. I'm gonna go ahead and start this off with my version of a dive bar haiku. I often become, after 3 or 4 cocktails, Hunter S. Thompson.
Right on. This isn't just a dive bar poem. This is a poem about my favorite dive bar, and that's the one we are all currently occupying right now. This is pretty much every interaction that I've had here. So, thanks for the drink, man. Follow me to the bathroom. Fuck! No stall door?
I didn't know they were about dive bars, so this is.
That's fun as fuck.
Death consumes itself. With fervent fingers I write, to what end is life?
You're here to get drunk. We're here to be listened to. Drink your goddamn beer. So this one's about this restroom in this beautiful establishment. Yes. Bladder full. Toilet empty. Clean hands suggest I carve Slayer. Forearm. Hail Satan.
All right, everybody, come on! These are the poets this evening, but they're a big handful. They all drank. Buy them a drink. Tell them how great they are. And I want to thank you all for coming out this evening. We have our last raffle here that I'm about to pull. This is for we have 2 winners. I am not good at the raffle stuff, but let me just shout out a couple of names for you all. This is there a ZAC? Zach in the house! Alright, we got one more for you, don't leave yet. And thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. We really appreciate it. I'm sorry I've been yelling at you. Oh, fuck that guy. Alright, here we go. Oh wow, this is so we have it in large. If you do not fit a large t-shirt, we will then order your size for you, and it will be delivered to our bookstore, which you have to come and spend $100 to get. All right, that part's just joking. Trasha Metz, Trasha Metz. I'm afraid she's left the building and she will not be able to collect. The next name we have is there a Leo in the house? Not a Leo that can't be your son. It has to be your name. It better be right, Leo? It's all you, dude. It's all you. And he's a large. We don't have to order another one. Yes. All right, everybody. Let's give a warm. Let's thank our poets. I was gonna say warm welcome, but we already did that. I'm working on it. Let's thank you all for coming out and supporting us because we couldn't do it without you. And these poets. Nobody likes poets, but these guys are awesome. Doom Poetry, everybody. We'll be back in another month to tell you how fucked you are. All right. Thanks, everybody.